welcome to Geekology. I'm David.
And I'm Sven.
And tonight we're going to be discussing the NCC-1701 and the NCC-1701-A, originally designed by Art Asylum, released by Diamond Toys. This has been a request that we've had for a little while, that we're meant to do, but before we do that, we need to mention two things. The first thing is, I'm going to have to let this go. This is our second take. I broke the stand on the first take.
So already we're knocking a mark off the stands for these because they're not exactly built to take too much.
Now, yes.
They barely take the ship, to be fair.
They barely take the ship, to be fair.
Yeah, absolutely. Second thing we want to mention is thank you for all the comments on our last video about Star Trek Enterprise. NX-01, the only Star Trek show we had an Enterprise in which didn't have the registry number 1701. And yet somehow I managed to create a video that when uploaded to YouTube was 17 minutes and 1 second long.
People very kindly messaged both of us saying how clever it was that we had done that, and that, you know, how ironic with it not matching with the ship, and
total accident.
Total accident.
We didn't realise.
Genius! And I'm like,
no.
What's genius?
Yeah, we didn't realise.
What?
We hadn't clicked at all. So, yeah. Because it wasn't 17 minutes and 1 second when I finished the edit. It was 17 minutes and 1 second after it finished uploading.
Yeah, because YouTube do strange things.
It's just because the way it encodes, it sometimes changes the length slightly. So, yeah, I was just like, I didn't notice it until I was looking at stuff, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. Until somebody had actually gone, this is genius, I was confused. I mean, don't get me wrong, people message us going, yay, but no.
I was really annoyed actually because I first noticed it at 2 minutes past 5 in the afternoon. I would have thought that would have been much more hilarious a minute earlier.
That really
yeah.
Would. Right, so we pretend that this is still here.
Yeah.
And Sven, please do the rundown of the A.
Right, well here we go. NCC-1701 Alpha. As I said in Star Trek 6. Really, really nice moulding. These are both the same mould.
Yes, they
are. To be brutally honest. Completely the same. Ironically, considering this is the A, this was the one that was released first. Yeah. We think.
No, it was.
I'm pretty sure it was, but yeah. The moulding's really got quite a lot of detail on it, even to the point where the Aztecing's made up by the difference between a rough and a smooth element to the plastic.
Which saved them a lot
of
time picking it out.
Yeah, I mean, it would look better if it had been painted to do that, but under the right light, that looks really quite nice. And the other thing is as well, is by the time we got to the A, the model had been repainted so many times, it was pretty much a uniform colour anyway. Yeah. Unlike in Star Trek The Motion Picture, where each individual panel is a different colour.
Beautiful.
The decaling on it is reasonably good. There's no errors. Everything's where it should be.
Which is somewhat, considering we've been doing a lot of evil moss, it's becoming a nice.
And to be honest, when you go back in time and look at some of the stuff that was released earlier, many times have you got things like, registry numbers in completely the wrong place and so on and so forth.
Wrong fonts was my favourite of all the.
Though to be fair, the South Bend one, we don't care. We still.
I don't care. I want that. That's South Bend. That is the customisable one.
Yes, when we can move the cells underneath.
I want that. Big bad way.
Absolutely. Now, these are both electronic.
Yes.
So they've got light up panels in the warp nacelles, or light up impulse engine. The impulse deck lights up there as well. It's supposed to light up the observation lounge.
I don't think it does on that model.
It kind of does, but because the electronics aren't as good in this as they are in that one, it's not so bright or directed. Moulding wise, there are some obvious, these stands, no.
They were terrible stands.
There are some obvious join lines, for instance, where the assemblage of the deck sort of like area that holds onto the nacelle struts, that's pretty obvious around there, isn't it? But that's just down to the way it's been constructed. There's a weird join mark at the back of the nacelles, which I don't understand why, but I think that's probably just because of where the electronics have gone, to be honest. And there's a much more interestingly and hidden line
it's
there.
It's far better incorporated, isn't it?
At the back of the ram scoop, so that's quite clever. Underneath, where the battery cover is, which also doubles up as the stand mount. Again, you've got a bit of an obvious line there, but it's a battery.
What else can you do?
It's going to be the way it is.
Actually, I have seen what you can do. A model kit designer did a beautiful job, and what he'd done was he had cut into the docking bay, pushed it in, so it was on a spring load. It pulled out and he lined the batteries up there. So
that's what.
But he'd put a drawer in, and he'd done a lot of complicated stuff to it.
But it means it can't have a shuttle bay.
Well, no. Well, no. The model didn't have a shuttle bay, but the shuttle bay door was there. You just clicked on the
it's
door.
just that there's so many. I don't know if you've seen some of the model kits now.
Actually have
the
the
shuttle
bays.
bays. You can get photo etched parts to make the bays up and the arboretum and have the right lights, and it's just like how much money do people have?
Too much detail.
Now, negative points on this paint scheme. It's grey. It's a bluey grey, but like the Eagle Moss model of the refit, it's not right. But you know, it's something you can deal with. All the detailing is there. All the sort of like tealy bits are on there from the A. So you know, it's not a deal breaker. It would have been nice if the phaser ports and the thrusters had been picked out in a brighter colour like it should be. But niggles, to be fair. Okay. So yeah, we'll come back to the electronics in a moment.
I'm giving that an 8.
Are you?
Yeah. It loses 1 point for the stand because the stand's terrible, and it loses a point for just the colour isn't great. But that's it. I mean, the colour doesn't irk me the way it irks you. It gets an 8. But it's a good solid 8. It's not a negative 8. It's a that's a.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to give it a 7 because the stand, the colour, and the electronics are obviously a generation behind at least that one.
Yeah.
So we'll go to that.
Yeah, but that's not fair because then you're comparing the two with each other, and as a standalone point, the electronics in that aren't that bad. They're bad enough.
They're bad enough.
Right, so I agree with everything Sven said with that one. Yeah, I can't really add anything to that. However, I'm reviewing this one because it's my favourite. Okay, as Sven said, it is the same model, same mould even. Join point, join point, join point. Same here. Where this one stands out in a massive way is its pearlescent plastic. You move it, the colour changes. It is awesome. They picked out the phaser and impulse points. It's just so much better. It really is. It's just so much better. It's beautiful. This is my favourite of the ship.
This is your favourite version of your favourite ship,
This
isn't
is
it?
my favourite version of my favourite ship.
The only way it's going to be better is if someone does the 1 to 350 scale one for you, puts all the electronics in, and basically gives you a studio model at the end of it.
Essentially. The downside for me for this, other than the mould points, and I think the mould points are acceptable, the only thing about this model I actually physically disliked is the main deflector dish is painted black. I don't know why it's painted black, but it's black. Never liked it. I would have much preferred they'd done it in the same blue. But they did this.
Whereas this one's sort of like quite
that one's blue, but even so, they could have done an electric blue.
Yeah.
Okay, now for me, and the fact I broke the stand, I did it previously in the shot, which unfortunately the camera fudged. I was playing with it going, the stand is really clunk. The stands are notoriously weak. You can get replacement stands, but they're just not worth the time and trouble. You're better off just putting the ball joint onto a nail, having it on a plinth and being done with it. Right, should we do the electronics? Should we do one for one?
Okay, go on then.
Did I score this? It gets a 9.
Yeah.
The only reason this loses a point is the stand. The stand.
Yeah.
The stand. Now I've got a lot more sound effects. So shall I do 2 for your 1?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll do 2. You do 1.
Yeah. Let's hope I get something that's sensible to go with that. Walk past. Yeah.
I don't believe in a no-win scenario.
Now that's the only one with any speech where the warp nacelles come on,
I know,
but it's only with the specially effects of the
sorry. You have no idea how happy that sounds. What's your
photon torpedoes, which are not coming from this ship? That's the Galaxy class.
Galaxy class? That was from Wrath of Khan.
Really?
From hell's heart, I stab at thee.
And maybe making a stab in the dark here, but I think that might have been from Wrath of Khan as well.
You have no idea. I would sacrifice that entire sound check just to have that speech.
Let's see what I've got in comparison. Beam up sound effect from Star Trek 2.
I've got them.
I don't like to lose.
He really doesn't like to lose.
With an apple in his hand.
Apple in the hand.
Phasers that.
Torpedo at the end.
Yeah, let's not go there. I love that.
Let's go there. Let's go there. That's glorious.
Let them eat static.
Although, what? Why? Because as much as I love that, that was on a very different ship.
Yeah. Quite a regular one. And that's the Reliant firer. Impulse pass from Star Trek 6.
Oh.
Hand phaser.
I don't care. it's iconic for Carl. It was the first time we'd ever heard that phaser.
Time's up. After all.
Carl don't answer by.
So, what? Phasers on target and with my command.
Walk past.
You're a cycler. Is that's the end for
I
that
think
ship,
that might
isn't
be,
it?
yeah.
Time is a luxury you don't have.
Yeah, it's cycle down.
Good spot.
Yeah, so you've got about double the amount with the speech.
Yeah.
So, yeah, clearly a much better bit of electronics in there.
Yeah.
Longer, well, more sound effects,
Yeah.
which includes speech, and this has just got the sort of ship sound effects and no speech at all.
I suppose they were trying not to date. I think they were trying not to pick it down to a particular time period where this one, well, you've got no choice.
Yeah, it's definitely Wrath of Khan, whereas this could be right at the end of Star Trek 4.
Yeah.
There's too much working for it to be in Star Trek 5. Let's call it the Star Trek 6 ship, shall we? Be done with it.
It is essentially.
Yeah, but you know, let's face it, if you're out in the market, you're trying to find a diamond Art Asylum, well, you're going to go for that one if you've got the choice.
Yeah.
But this is by no means a bad...
The ironic thing is, on my office desk, this one, well, these are both are in here, but in my office, that's the one I have. Because
otherwise you'd never get any work done.
Well, there is that. But no, I've got a ridiculously powerful desk lamp, and whilst this is absolutely beautiful,
you can see straight through
so
it.
I found it really distracting, so I've got one of those. But you know, it works. I like it. It's just it is exactly what it says in the thing. It's just great. Cool. They both are. Yeah. Right. Well, you know what we have. Live events? Live events! Oh yeah! Auto assembly.
Yes.
You know what? I've got over my fear. I've got my little transformer patches. I'm ready. Bring it on. Bring it on. You guys, you can test my knowledge on anything. I know that the answer to it all is, That's gonna be my answer. Just,
And then there's first contact day next year.
Man, I tell you, I had such a blast at the last one.
Yeah. It's now.
If only we'd have filmed more footage.
If only we'd taken the camera.
Every year I forget something. I forgot the paperwork for the first year. We got lots of footage. I have lots of paperwork for the second year.
Who had lots of paperwork?
You had lots of paperwork. You
didn't even bring the camera.
The camera. It was awesome though.
Yes.
It was. Those guys know how to party, and I just genuinely. I mean, they're having to change the location this year.
Yeah.
But next year.
Yeah. Because it's the 50th anniversary.
I know.
It's a big thing. So they're expecting so many people at it that they've had to move location, and then they've had to move location again because of some issues. So at the time of filming, they're about to sign it off, and it's supposed to be at the Telford International Centre. So.
And guys, you know what? Show your support early. Please go visit their website. They're on Facebook. Give them some loves. Tell them you're going to come, and then actually come, because it's nice when people do that. But I'm really stoked about that one. That one's going to be fantastic. Absolutely. Well, I think that about covers it. So thank you very much for watching. You can subscribe to us here on YouTube. You can follow us on both Facebook and Twitter. And of course, there is the official Geekology website. Thank you for watching, and good night.
Bye. I'm afraid Dave has pulled his ball off.
He's broken his ball joint.